everyone, and welcome to today's Gale Force Twins episode. Today we are finally giving you, some of you guys have seen on our social media, our new latest boat tour. We have named this boat the Show Force because this boat, we are using it to film our new TV show for the Outdoor Channel and MOTV. So we're gonna take a minute and run through this boat. This is the Caymas 291 Hybrid. My name's Amanda. My name is Emily, and welcome to the channel, Gale Force Twins. Now, before we run through all these hatches and go over this boat, we are so excited that we are filming a fishing, lifestyle, adventure TV show for the Outdoor Channel. And what we're gonna do is we're gonna go ahead and put all that information in the description box so you can stay tuned and know when it airs and where to watch it. Or you can subscribe to our mailing list, galeforcegear.com/subscribe, and be notified as soon as this show airs. Now let's start with the anchor hatch. All right, so we got our anchor hatch right here. It's a great hatch. Right now we have our sand anchor in it. However, you can have it rigged if you want for a windlass. So if you want a windlass, this whole bar would be here. But right now we just have our sand anchor in it. We do a ton of fishing on the reef, fishing for yellowtails, back home in the Florida Keys, we're at the sandbar, and we do have a grapple anchor too. Sometimes we throw that in here, mix things around, but today we're just rigged for a sand anchor. Cool feature about this boat is that you can choose to have these forward seats or not. Now they do have cushions and backrests, so the backrests go here and then the cushions snap in. However, you can clearly see that we have ours decked with marine mat. So we kind of get the best of both worlds. So it still sort of acts like a cushion. And what's cool about this marine mat and the way these cushions work though is we're able to fully marine mat our forward seating, but if we wanted to put the cushions on, they'll still pop in. So since we're fishing and we're actually in the Bahamas right now, we left the cushions at home because when we're fishing, we love to run up here, run on the seats, and be able to really step on top of everything. However, these cushions also can be here. We decided to go with the seats because we actually wanted the extra storage. So you get quite a bit of storage. So this hatch right here, you can see we have it pre-rigged for our trolling motor. The trolling motor is not yet installed. That's why that wire is there. Once we get that installed, that's gonna tuck up and away. So we kind of use this hatch for fenders, there's actually a vacuum sealer in there right now because we want to be able to take home our fish and our dock lines. And then this hatch we're using primarily just for extra tackle and gear. So reef fishing box, jig box, miscellaneous, plenty of, maybe it could be a little more organized, but we're over in the Bahamas right now and we just threw everything we could possibly fit in this boat because when you're out here, you can't really get to a tackle shop. So this boat is fully loaded, but we had plenty of room to put everything we needed up here. Then we have our bow floor hatch. So we're in the Bahamas, we brought our Yeti just for extra storage. But this hatch, we're currently using it mostly as dry storage, but it can be used as a fish box. This is actually an insulated fish box. However, we already have 2 fish boxes in the back of the boat. So we're just storing our deck brushes, fillet table, cast net. We've been using it primarily as storage. And then up here, under this seat as well, this could be also another fish box, but once again, primarily using it as storage. Right now, it's kind of just got some dive socks in there, but we've been keeping this hatch empty because while we're filming the show, the camera guys are using this hatch for their dive gear. Not dive gear, for their film gear. Works out really well because even though this hatch can be used as a fish box, we've been using it as dry storage and everything in here has been totally staying dry. And it doubles as a very comfortable seat. Something that was super important to us was fishability in a boat. So what we did is literally there are rod holders that go from the bow all the way back to the transom. Even this right here, this is a cup holder, rod holder duo, and then we kind of go rod holder, rod holder, rod holder. There's, I don't know, at least 20 rod more. We'll have to do a count. We'll do a total count for you guys. I really like the rod holders that are in this essentially coffin box seat lounger. They're really great for storage, especially when you're doing crossings to the Bahamas. You want to be able to bring over as much as you can. After a quick count, we have 35 rod holders in this boat. And believe it or not, we filled up all 35 rod holders on our crossing over to the Bahamas. The reason for that,
we didn't fill up all 35 because we didn't use the rod holders in the gunnels.
True, but we were loaded. The reason for that is because we are here to do multiple styles of fishing. So not only were we here to do multiple styles of fishing, the boat itself is called a hybrid because that's exactly what it's made to do, multiple styles of fishing.
Now this boat has an 18-inch draft and has really the hull of an offshore boat. It is designed to be in rough seas and handle serious waves, but those low gunnels really make for easiness for getting in and out of the boat, shallow water, if you're diving, you want to jump in and out.
I love the low gunnels for diving and also tarpon fishing. When you're tarpon fishing, you can get up there and do that bridge fishing. The gunnels are great for diving. We do have the dive door as well.
And the other thing that we've already done on this boat is we have been bone fishing in it.
Yes, we took this boat, okay, let's think about this. We went bone fishing, we've done scuba diving, free diving, spear fishing,
deep dropping, bottom fishing, trolling.
Offshore fishing. We were in some, seriously, we should have that. We have a clip that's gonna pop up for you guys.
We've been in serious weather in this boat while filming this TV show. I mean, our entire crew has been,
they have earned their sea legs.
Now let's touch a bit on our helm. So we went with 2 of Simrad's new NS4 displays, which I absolutely love because not only are they touchscreen, but there's buttons as well. So if you're in rough seas, your hands are covered in sunscreen, they're wet, whatever it is, you can just use the buttons, or I can zoom with my fingers, which I really like. And then we have a radio up here, Simrad radio up here. We normally store our paper towels right here to keep our sunglasses nice and clean. And then we have a handheld radio down here, which is great because it's right next to you, it's easy to use, and we're a little short, so reaching up for the high radio, we like having this extra handheld.
What's cool about this specific VHF is that we can control, they're all synced to each other. So if I want to turn the volume up, I can use this and it turns it up there too.
Now, I would say one of the most important decisions a captain can make is their helm chair. So we went with the Release Marine seats. Clearly they look very comfortable, and I can tell you they are very comfortable. We normally leave them like this because we like to see as high as we can when running the boat, but they also come down, armrests go up. But usually we're sitting right here, having a good time, driving the boat, looking for birds, fishing, crossing, whatever it is we're doing. Something else I want to touch on is right up here, this life jacket storage. I love boats that have this as an option because right here we have our Type 4. God forbid something happens, my Type 4 is always within reach and ready to go, along with some life jackets up here above it, and we even put more life jackets in the console.
Now, the broad term of this style of a boat would be a center console, and that is because the console is quite literally in the center of the boat. The name of it is relatively self-explanatory. However, when we take a look inside the console, you have the option to put a head. We clearly have a head. We don't really use it, I'll be honest. However, it's good to have if you ever did need it, and we also use it for extra life jacket storage. Now, as far as gunnels are concerned, I love all the bolster padding along the sides. What's great about that is when you're fishing and you're leaning up against the gunnel is it adds cushion and support to help you land those fish that you're fighting. And underneath the gunnels.
So something we almost missed was there's actually more rod storage. You've got 2 down here and 2 on the other side, along with your freshwater hose and your saltwater hose and rod storage. And then what we did is down here, I see this as well, we have 4 electric reel plugs. So we can kite fish, we can deep drop, we can do that from pretty much anywhere on the boat. We have 2 electric reel plugs on the transom and 2 on the bow.
Of course, we have 2 more fish boxes, 1 port, 1 starboard, and a personal favorite feature of mine is the way the cooler slides out. We had to go with marine mat on our cooler. Not only do we have a cooler here, but we have extra tackle storage.
So on this side right now, we're kind of keeping knives,
Tools.
scissors, pliers, tools, extra hooks. Over here we've got gloves, a reel tool just in case. Never know when you're gonna need that. And our de-hooker, this is probably one of my favorite tools ever, especially when snapper fishing. So we always have a spot for a de-hooker. Moving all the way to the transom, we have 2 35-gallon live wells. We have used these live wells so far for pinfish, crabs. That's about it right now, but it's only a matter of time before the goggle eyes end up in here because they will.
The thread fins, the pilchards.
Oh yeah.
We're gonna have that in there too.
And then what's awesome about this boat is it's very family friendly. You have even more seating. So you've got room for 3, 4. We've actually sat here, 5, 6, 7, 8. There's plenty of seating on this boat. And something really special about it is the bilge space. So right here, you've got this kind of bucket that we are storing our safety equipment, first aid kit, horn, things like that. So let's pull this bucket out and you can see how large the bilge is. So Emily, why don't you just jump down in there and show them?
I'm gonna show you guys how huge this bilge is. It's great for if you ever need to get in here and work on something. There's tons of space, tons of storage. I feel comfortable, I can see everything.
And you fit.
Great asset to this boat. And back here, let's talk about the tank, the fuel, Amanda.
Oh yes,
we have two tanks. We have a forward and an aft. The aft tank holds 150 gallons
200,
of fuel.
Emily. No, you're right.
The aft alone
You're right.
holds 150. Come on, Amanda, I know my facts. The forward holds 50. So this boat total, as she said, has 200 gallons.
And we get around 1.5 miles to the gallon. We have twin 350 Yamahas on the back, which gives us a range of about 350 miles, Emily, which is more than you could possibly need. So we have great range, great fuel mileage, and she's really fast.
That is going to conclude our 291 Hybrid Caymas boat tour, aka the Show Force.
Don't forget, subscribe to our mailing list at galeforcegear.com/subscribe for all the details on when and where you can watch our new show. In the meantime, we hope you get out there, have fun, and stay safe.